Okay, so today, there's a million things you could always speak on, but I get a question all the time, and that is, what is the secret to success? What is the secret to success? What is it? What is it? For a long time, I was like, I don't know, like you get up, you work hard, and, stuff. I don't know. Like, I didn't know. I just continued to grind and drive towards what I wanted, and success was coming. I couldn't really pinpoint it though. When I very first started my career, it was kind of difficult to train. I actually sat down with the CEO of a marketing company. She asked me this question just a few months ago. She was like, what's the secret to success? Obviously, you're very young, you're successful. Well, what's the secret to success? And I had actually picked up an answer that I give almost all the time. There's no secret to success. There's no one sneaky secret, that you have, and bam, you have that thing, and now you're successful. I always look at success as like a mansion or a castle or something magnificently huge, that it's built with millions and millions of bricks that you've carefully laid one after the other, after the other, after the other, and you built it. That's what I've always thought. She pushed a little farther. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I agree with that, but maybe there's pillars or keystones in there. Is there one that you have to have? And I was like, well, no, because some people have different skill sets that get other people, like that kind of stuff. Like there's not really one that you need. You do need a bunch. Like there's unity, there's growth, there's passion. You need to be passionate. You need to have integrity and all this stuff. And she continued to push. She's like, well, yeah, you don't need that though. Technically, there's people that have no integrity at all, and they're extremely successful. Kind of shooting them down. She's like, there's got to be one though that you have to have. There's got to be one trait that you have to be very, very successful. And I don't mean success like my uncle died and left me $1 million, and that's not personal success. I won the lottery, it's not personal success. I mean personal success, which is not always defined as money, but to reach that epitome of success in your own mind. What is that? I've come to one answer, and it is that you absolutely love it. Like, you want to do it every single day. Every single day you wake up, you kind of have this burning desire inside you to achieve that success. You have to want it all the time. It's very difficult. It's extremely difficult to wake up every day, and it's not just like one day you're like, yeah, I want to be successful today, but no, tomorrow and the next day, and when you get home, and after a hard day, all that kind of stuff, you have to want success. What I've found is the people that truly end up being successful are the people that don't actually want success. It's people that love the thing that makes them successful. Loves the thing that makes them successful. They love building mansions. They're not so focused on the mansion. They're not like, I gotta get this mansion, and then the storm comes in and wipes out some bricks, and you're like, damn, son of a bitch. I'm never gonna build this mansion, it sucks. But the person that's like, I love building mansions. Like, that's what I love. I'm so passionate about building mansions. I love it to my core. Every single person in here joined Meraki to change their life. Every single person. You changed the career you were at before. You came here because you saw a vision that you thought in your mind was success, and you wanted it, and so you joined Meraki. That's why you're here. Meraki's avenue, or our way of building mansions, is knocking doors. Knocking doors, getting referrals, going out with your team, pumping guys up, correlation, motivation, competing, winning. That's the Meraki lifestyle. You have to, like Angel said when he was up here, you have to fall in love with what you do. Because if you love building the mansion, it doesn't matter how many times it gets knocked down. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many times it gets ran over. If it gets ran over, you're like, cool, well, that was kind of interesting. This time I'm gonna build it with rebar. This time I'm gonna stick some stuff in it, I'm gonna do that. Like, you just don't care. Like, I love grinding. There's times in my career that I felt like I truly lived, and it was when I was putting in 100%. Like, when I really felt like I had reached my epitome of success is sometimes a long time in the past when I wasn't as financially successful as I am now. It was when all of my mind and energy was developed into this thing that it became not a job, but it became a lifestyle. When I first started solar, I was going into a massive company, thousands of sales reps, and I said, okay, this is I'm gonna swim with the big fish. I'm gonna work 3 months straight. I'm gonna work 7 days a week. I'm gonna put in 12 hours a day. I'm going to do nothing besides work, pretty much. Mark, my brother, was there. Mark, where are you? Back. Everyone give a hand for Mark for setting this up, by the way. I always say in sales, it's so much easier to put 100% of yourself into sales than it is to put 80%. 80% is actually hard. I could work 6 days a week, 10 hours a day. That'd be so much easier than working 3 days a week, 6 hours a day. That'd be tough. It's so hard. It's so hard to get in the zone. You're drawn in a million different directions, so many other things pulling in your life. When you put all of your heart and soul into something, you become obsessed. Think about all the people that are massively successful. Obviously, the guy spoke tonight. He didn't say, I love it, getting the recognition from climbing. I love getting TV shows about me. He said, I love climbing. I love climbing. He said it lots of times, my passion for climbing. If you wanted to see a massively successful sales rep, the most successful sales rep in the world, they would say, I really love the grind. I love sales. I love that. That person would be the most successful person you could run into. So when you're out on the doors, when you're working, focus in your mind how to enjoy what you're doing. Don't get me wrong, it's hard, but you want it hard. Nothing that you don't feel good about accomplishing easy things. That doesn't make you feel good. It's like you look at the wall. And it's like, damn, that was really hard. If I go and just beat my head against that thing for 7 years, I'm gonna feel real good. That's pretty much what happened. And he did it. He did amazing. And that's because he loved climbing. And then he was able to accomplish one of the most amazing feats in the world. If you think about Michael Jordan, you think Michael Jordan loved basketball before he loved the success of basketball? He probably did. Painters, do you think they love the finished product of a paint, or do you think they love painting? The most amazing ones, they love painting. It's the act of doing. If you want to reach that epitome of your success, love what you do. And that is what Meraki is, to put your heart and soul into what you do. That's a lifestyle. That's where you enjoy it. Stop looking at things that are negative. Stop looking at reasons you fail. Stop becoming a victim. Love what you do. It doesn't matter how many times your mansion is knocked over. Just continue to build those bricks, change it, and fall in love with that. If you fall in love with building mansions, I don't care what happens, one day you'll have a massive fucking mansion. It'll be huge. I was speaking to the managers today. Once you become a master of your skill too, there's another level you're gonna reach. There's another level. Let's say you become amazing sales rep. You're freaking good. There's going to be a point where you want to take the next level, where you want to teach others. You want to grow. You want to motivate. You want to become something else, and you want to have others come with you. It's almost a natural progression that you should go through, especially in the sales industry. You become an amazing sales rep, and you want to pass on that knowledge. You want to continue to grow. And so I talked to them this morning, and I told them the number one skill of any manager, any leader, is the ability to motivate. The ability to motivate. I told them even if you sucked at sales and you sucked at training, you kind of sucked at almost everything. If you had the ability to motivate people to go out and work 10 hours a day, to train 2 hours a day, recruit for 3 hours a day, and you had the ability to motivate them to do that, you would be the best leader in the entire world. No one would be better than you, simply because of your ability to motivate. And so I thought about a lot, which I discussed again this morning with them, is what is the number one way to motivate people. I took a situation. Let's say you have two people come to speak to you. Two people. The first guy comes in, gal, comes in and has no idea what sales are. Never sold anything in their life. They no clue, no skills, no nothing. They come up here, they give a speech. Another person comes in. You hear beforehand, this is the best sales rep in the entire world. No one's better. This person, as I said, makes $100 million a week in sales. They're just insane. Like, holy shit. Yeah, right? Yeah, there it is, a solar, right? It's just unbelievable numbers. When that person walks in, you're motivated before they even say anything. You would work, or I would work and get paid less per deal if I could just work alongside someone like that. I'd be so motivated. I'd be unbelievably passionate and motivated. I just want to hear what he has. Say, if he got up here, he's like, the secret, and then he goes, just sneezed off the side, I'd be like, I'm sneezing like that every day. Every day I'm sneezing like that guy sneezes. Because that guy makes $100 million a week. That's what I would do. It doesn't matter what he says. He could say, you need to knock with no shoes on. I'd be like, no fucking shoes on my feet. Going out there, knock. It wouldn't matter. because he's so passionate, especially if he's passionate about it, and he comes to you, he's like, dude, I just love knocking doors, man, freaking love it. The motivation would just exude from him. I would want to follow him or her. Like, I would just want to follow them so bad. If they were just that passionate about what they do, their leadership would just be automatic. They wouldn't even have to try. So, tonight, I'm not going to go forever with the speech. I just want you guys to focus on the thing that Meraki was built for, which is creating a lifestyle. Stop focusing on the mansion. Don't get me wrong, you want to have the mansion in your mind. The end goal is very important, so you know where you're going. You don't want to have no blueprint, right, of the mansion. But the end goal is just out there. Fall in love with building. Fall in love with that passionate thing. And everything else just comes. Everything else just comes. I told Christian when he was first on board, I said, Christian, there's going to come a time where the money won't matter. Noah, everyone I talk to, when they have new recruits that come on, they say, so what are you going to do when you had $100,000 in your bank account? What else are you going to do to motivate yourself? What else are you going to do? You need to be passionate about what you do, to love knocking doors, to love referrals, to love every single aspect of your Meraki lifestyle. Let's do it. So, the last thing, who are we? Meraki! That's it for tonight, guys. Thanks.